everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Um, I am on my phone, but we're waiting for a new modem to come, and I think then we will have no problems after that, hopefully. But um, I think I've got everything here that I need. So I hope you can hear me okay. And if you need me to turn up, let me know. I can, I think, turn up a little bit. Oh no, I'm maxed, so hopefully you can hear me. Um, I'm gonna just read really quick about because people have asked me to do like a little intro about the person, just in case they didn't know who they were. Tonight we're talking to Christopher Reeve. Um, Christopher Reeve was an actor, an American actor, director, author, and activist. He is best known for his charismatic portrayal of Superman in the 1978 film and its sequels. However, his career spanned many roles, including appearances in Anna Karenina and Somewhere in Time. In 1995, Reeve was thrown from a horse during an equestrian competition, breaking his neck and becoming a quadriplegic. He passed away in 2004, and I don't know if I can't remember what he passed away from exactly, but that he passed away in 2004. And I did ask him about uh, anything that was off limits or anything, and he just said that his kids. He'd like to not talk about like kind of family that's still here, but other than that, he is good to go. He is he's got his wife to the right of him, and he's got Robin Williams to the left of him. They're here. I feel like they're sitting back, and he's forward. He's standing forward, and he's got a turtleneck on. Of all things, he's got a turtleneck on. I don't know, that I'm just gonna let you know what he's, and it looks kind of like a dark, like a navy or maybe even a black, but it's kind of like a darker color turtleneck. He looks very handsome. He looks very young, and they all look beautiful. I mean, they look like the most beautiful people standing there. Um, but his wife is sitting behind him, and so she's to I'm sorry, she's to his left, and Robin Williams is to his right. And they're kind of facing, it looks like it, when I look at them, it's like they're facing me from this side. So they're like facing me this way. And and Robin Williams just said, "Don't mind us." So so we won't. We'll just talk to him. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay. Okay, Somewhere in Time. I'm gonna have to wear my glasses the whole time. I'm sorry, you guys. Somewhere in Time is one of my favorite movies. Could you tell us an anecdote about making this great movie? And did you invite or do you expect your friend Robin Williams to show up? Well, you got your answer for that. Okay, so Somewhere in Time. Somewhere in Time. So I feel like there's something about oh God, I haven't not seen this movie. I probably since it came out. I bet I haven't seen it in that long. But he's showing me like something in his hand, like he's gripping something in his hand. So there's something about, and I kind of remember this, but I don't. It's been so long. Like holding something in his hand, and it's like nobody's gonna believe that. So I feel like there was something about the way about the time travel, but there's something he's holding something in his hand, and I feel like it's like so I feel like an anecdote is like he had a problem with the way, or it was like that is so unbelievable. Nobody's going to buy that kind of thing about his the way it's done or whatever. So I feel like there may have been discussions or kind of like I don't know about this. He also talks about his co-star, and he's kind of like it was that movie he always associates with a complicated, like love relationship. So I don't know if they actually, if they dated. I don't know when he met his wife, or I don't know anything about like his love life or anything. So, but I feel like there was some sort of either close friendship or relationship that I feel like he associates with, but he's like, it's complicated. It was complicated. So um I'm not sure what that means, but uh, he's giving a wink. He's kind of like, it's complicated. And maybe because she's still alive, he doesn't want to say too much about that. But yeah, so I hope that answers that question. Thank you, Linda. Craig. Hi, Mr. Reeve. In America, we are lost. Some of us are afraid, some of are misguided. What can we do to build ourselves stronger? Because the future generations will need us. And okay, okay. All right. So, what do you say about all of that? He's saying, you have to have hope. You've got to have hope. You cannot lose hope. And he's saying, hope kept me alive for almost a decade. So he said, you can't lose hope. And he's saying too that you can't let someone else define you and what you want in your future. You're the designers. You're the ones who get to decide. Don't let someone else decide that for you. um, or define who we are, like define who we are as a country. He said, I, he said, the, the one of the reasons that he loved the role of Superman is he loved that idyllic, um, the way of viewing the world in a very idyllic way, that people are good and people want to help, and we want to help each other, and we want to cooperate and get along. And so he's saying, I that's one of the reasons, like I loved that role and that part, because I loved that idea. And he's saying like it's corny, but it really is the case. You need to hold on to the best of who you are, and don't let someone define you in a different way. Let them know who you are and what you believe in. um and he's saying hope. Don't lose hope. Okay. So I hope that helps. Thanks, Craig. Mr. Reeves. You guys are saying Mr. Reeves. I think he's okay with Chris, or hey, you. Um, you were so brave, so sweet. It's so respectful, Mr. Reeves, you were so brave through all of your health issues. Were your accident and injuries part of your life plan? 100%. And he's saying there are a lot of reasons for but he's saying, my uh I am, eh, intrinsically, is that a word? Fascinated with the human body, um and wanted to use the physical body as a tool to learn through. Um, and he's saying even acting, it's something you use your body. It's a physical um, art form. you know. And he's saying I was very, like, really athletic and really very competitive with myself. Would always want to do better, be better. And he said almost to the point of it's kind of weird, or like it's a little too much, a little too intense. But very very into that kind of thing. And to be placed, taken from that to such an extreme, it was such a he's like, not it, at the time wasn't fun to go through. In fact, was I didn't know if I was going to make it, like mentally and emotionally. I didn't know if I was going to make it. That, but that switch, that quick, fast. Now you're here, and now you're at peak health, and now you're here. Um, and he said I had the like minor injuries here and there, like a knee or something like that, but nothing like that. Um, he's like, even close. So yeah, so but to be in that kind of extreme situation, it was a whole different kind of uh trying to I was using the physical form was being used to teach me lessons. And in a way, he's like, in the connection is probably like willpower, willing myself to do things, will. And because at peak health, it's like I was willing myself to win races, or to whatever, climb mountains, or whatever he was doing. um and on the other end of this, I was willing myself to keep going, and to be able to, you breathe a little on my own, or just these little tiny wins. um but he's saying I really, like, there was a long period of time where I really was felt sorry for myself, was just like, I'm done. And would see other people who had never had even the experience of having full use of their body. So I feel like he was meeting like kids and other people that had never had peak health like he had. They'd always been in a wheelchair. They'd always had physical issues. And so he realized that, he's like, I realized how blessed I had been to just to know that. And now I was here. And he became inspired by other people. And he's like, but I knew I could help. I knew I could do something to help them. They helped me, I want to help them. And that's where he got into more kind of activism. But he's saying that that really lifted me out of, it's like, stop being ungrateful. You had this whole lifetime of peak health, and now you're here, and now you can help people in a different way. And so he said that switcheroo is switching into this other life, basically, taught him a ton of lessons, and was meant to teach other people lessons as well. Okay, so that's what he has to say. Hi, Mr. Reeve. Can you describe your transition into heaven and what it was like? So he's showing something had, I don't know if something had happened, or if it was just he wasn't feeling well. I'm not sure what this is, but it's kind of like I was like in bed for like a while, like in bed, in bed, in bed. And then all of a sudden, I thought, oh, I heard get up. And I just sat up and stood up. He's like, I couldn't believe it. And he said, I've had that dream many times. This wasn't a dream. So he'd had dreams of being able to walk or being able to stand and walk, but this was not a dream. And okay, I feel like people okay, so he's showing me like guides or angels around him being like, it's okay, you made it, you're good, that kind of like making him know like everything is fine, you're okay. um and then he realized that he was on the other side, and he said, that's it. That's it. um and he's saying, you guys, dying is so easy. um Living is hard. Dying is very easy. And then he started to see people he recognized. And he's saying recognized from not only like maybe like relatives, I guess, or family or something, friends from this life, but also from like past lives. Like he just started to, like his memory was starting to return, and he started to remember more and more. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that answered that question. Christopher Reeve, are you happy? Is heaven everything you thought it would be? Somewhere in Time is a movie I'll never forget. Oh, that's sweet, Janine. Um, he's saying that it's funny, that movie. I liked it. I wasn't so sure about it. Like once they were it, and I don't know if it's like once they were filming it or once they were. But he's kind of like, yeah, I like it too. But I wasn't so sure about it. I wasn't sure if other people would like it. But he liked it. Um, he's glad that you like it. I'm very happy. And he's pointing behind him, and he's like, how could I not be happy? Like these guys are here. How could I not be happy? Um, so yeah, so he's very, very happy. He's saying where I am is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And he's saying you can do all of the things that you do here, there. It's just different. And see, but it's interesting because I had no idea. Like I could swim. I could sit among trees. I could do a lot of the things that we do here and think of them as very human, but you can do them there. It's just a little bit different. I mean, he's saying it's we have our own version. So you wouldn't like be a spirit and go and jump in Lake Tahoe, but they have a version of Lake Tahoe there that is more appropriate for spirits. And so it's the same type of sensation as swimming. It's just a little bit different. But he's saying it is amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that answers that. Were you surprised to see your wife so soon? Okay. He's saying not at all. Their lives or their life purposes were very intertwined and very yeah, I'm getting chills with that. And very, very almost like, and I'm sure soulmates, but it's almost like it's more than that. Twin souls or something, maybe. I mean, I know that's a thing, but but I feel like it's almost like they're joined in some way that's unusual. That but I feel like their purposes and and lessons and things. It was very, very intertwined. And so when one left, the other left. It's just, yeah, this just seems like that they were just very much very intertwined. So yeah, he wasn't surprised. He knew that she'd be there very quickly because they were so their lives and their life purposes were so interconnected. Dear Chris, you loved your horses and riding. Are you enjoying them on the other side? What do you experience with the horses in heaven? You don't have to pick up the crap. He's like, and he's saying again, all of the same, very, very, in a way, very physical sensations, but he's saying the animal, he says it like there's an animal realm or there's an animal like area or something. And it's kind of like all the animals are there. But he's also saying like what we would think of as mythical animals are there as well. He's kind of like, I know it sounds crazy. That's okay. We're all crazy here. Um, but because he's even showing like unicorns and stuff like that. So he's like, it's all here. Um, and he's saying that's where these things come from. We've seen them before. We know them. We've seen them before. Um, but he's like, you will it the like it's like my jaw was on the floor. My mouth was open when I saw this realm. Um, but yes, he has, and he can, you can ride horses, you can, and he's saying it's not like the physical because you don't need things like a saddle. You don't, and they're very much like, let me take you for a ride. It's like you're communicating with them too. And he said, I always had a very deep connections, deep connection with horses. And he's even saying like the horse that I was riding when he had his accident, he had quite a connection with. But I feel like he's saying I always had a deep connection with horses and do on the other side. And he's saying a lot of the things you just love, that you love to do, or that you, places you love, it's because you've either experienced it in another lifetime or you've experienced it there. And you're just, it's, it's resonating with you on a soul level, or spirit level, on a whole nother level. But that's the kind of connection he had, and he maintains that. But he's like, it's incredible. You will not believe what you see when you get here when it comes to animals. That's so neat. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Carol. Melody, are you considering another Earth incarnation soonish or laterish when the world has grown out of it or not? Mhm. He's saying possibly down the line a little bit. He's saying it's going to be when I plan to go back, it'll be very different there. Um, and he's saying, you know, that you're in the kind of the middle of a huge like growth transformation. So he's saying it. So I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, Melody. The way but I feel like it's almost like that transformation will have happened by the time he comes back. I think that's what he's talking about. I think that's right. Yeah. Similar Time is one of my favorite movies too. It was ahead of its time in its presentation of time travel, and the ending also showed that we will meet our loves again. Yes. Yeah. Did you feel outstripped by by Wonder Woman? Never, never, he said. There's room for everybody, he just said. Okay. He's saying he's so glad that they he's saying he's so glad that they just like made a new Superman. He's really happy about that. And he's saying it's a character that gives people hope. And it's a character that embodies um the best of the American people. And so he's like, I think it's like it was needed. And so I'm glad that that they did that at this time. Yeah. Do you and Robin hang out together all the time? That's Lily Rose. Oh, he's kind of like all the time. And Robin Williams just said he can't get rid of me. He's saying there's a reason people like friends, work mates, people that you come across resonate with you. Either they're reminding you of someone here or someone there that you know, on the other side that you know, or um, you you resonate on the other side together, and that resonance is coming through when you meet. It doesn't change. It's That's why you resonate with people. I think that's what he's saying. It's like that's why you when you have these deep friendships and stuff here, yeah, that's your friend. That's you guys are friends on the other side too. That's why you resonate with each other. Um yeah, yeah. I just like to thank Dana for her brilliant display of unconditional love for her husband through it all. Oh, how sweet, Paisley. Let me see. Um, no, that's okay. I'm just telling her it's okay to answer. Um, she's saying, um, gosh, her energy is so soft. She's saying that it really wasn't a so like although it was unexpected, it was I didn't have to agonize over a choice or anything. I very naturally moved into the role. Um, it doesn't mean it was easy, but it was natural that I just moved into that. Um, it wasn't a struggle as far as like, should, do I want to do this or anything? There was no question at all. It was just she just moved into that role, and it was an adjustment, but one I never hesitated at all to make. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Paisley. I'll do this one and I'll do one more. If there is one more, I kind of feel a little bit of pull, like it just almost feels like they like move back or something. It's really weird, really interesting. I'll get better, you guys. I promise. I'll also get better. What was it like to be paralyzed when you had the world in the palm of your hands? He's saying at first, I just thought it's over. It's all over. And he's also saying that though that the way this happened, and as I like sort of, it was almost like I like he was waking up little by little or something. Like because I think for like at first he was like unconscious or in a coma or something, and then it's like then he was it like it went in stages, and he's saying like every with every stage, like it was I was like very so fixated on that. So I was like completely focused in on what was happening. So in a way, I didn't have a lot of like thinking time until later. So I feel like at first it was more like adjusting to learning each thing and then adjusting to that thing, trying to get, you know, out of the bed into a wheelchair, trying to get into a wheelchair, trying to go home, trying it's like every like moving in stages. But I feel like the reality of it and the depression, like the hard coreness of it, didn't set in until he was home. And he's saying these two, so he's pointing to the people like with Rob Williams and his wife, these two people saved my life. So I feel like one kept, Robin Williams came in and kind of kept his spirits up and kept his spirits up and kept him laughing. And then his wife was just would not let him allow him to give up. And so he managed to get past that very difficult period where it was like, I don't want to do this. And to find reasons to go on. And so yeah, yeah. What does he think of the new Superman movie? Some of it was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio, my hometown. We're sort of proud of that. So, Superman was born here, Diane. Okay, thank you. He kind of talked about that a little bit, but I'll ask him about this new Superman movie. He's like, the lead guy's not very handsome, but he's joking. He is handsome. um, no, he loves it. He loved it. He thought it's the way that it was done. And he's saying, yeah, you can watch movies here. You can watch movies here. And he said, you have to go to the theater. Like you have to go and see it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Um, you have to be in this you have to be so I think you're in kind of the realm that I was in my OBE, kind of that the astral plane. So you're kind of in this realm, but it's just at a different frequency, and you would do that, but you go to the theater and do that. So because that's kind of what he's showing. It's kind of like a it's like living people, but there's also other like spirits there, like watching the movie as well. So um he liked it, and he's saying, "I liked it. I liked the way that they went with it, that it was very, like, uplifting and hopeful." I haven't seen it, but he's saying it was, like, uplifting and hopeful and, um, trying to, mm, he's saying even, like, bring people together or make people not be seen as enemies or something, like, bringing people together and, and that he liked that they did it that way, but he's saying they were inspired to do that. That is what the world needs right now. It needs some of that kind of um uh very idealistic hope. So yeah, he's glad that they went that way with it. Maybe let's do one more, Gina, if there is one more. Chris, you are surprised that you can communicate. Oh, are you surprised that you can communicate with people here on Earth? Okay, so he's saying, well, I like standing here, I am not surprised, but in my life, I would have thought, uh, I don't think I would have believed it. I don't think I would have believed it. I think I would have been a little, unsure about all of this, but yeah, but but he's also saying like I knew that grace that was um grace that I couldn't explain got me through what I went through here. So I knew there had to be something, somebody um, helping. There had to be. And he's saying, even the fact I lived, that is, there's something about it, something behind it that I always felt. Um, like more to the story, basically. There's more to the story. Um, But he's saying, but standing where I am, so no, I'm not surprised at all because it happens all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. When you think you get a, he's like, when you think you got a message, you got a message. Um, do not second guess that. Um, that's all that he's like, that's all that happened. That's the only reason why people don't all know that spirits are communicating all the time is that they say to themselves, that can't be so. I didn't see what I just saw. I'm going crazy. How can that be? He's like, if you can just let go of that, you'll see it all over the place all the time. It takes letting go to be able to receive and see it with other people and other places. He's like, that's all it takes. Um, hmm. And he's saying that's part of what they mean when they say like the veil is thinning. That's what they're talking about. It's that kind of suspension or letting go of disbelief. That's part of the process of the veil coming down. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, I hope that this was a good conversation. I want to thank them for coming. It's so weird. Thank you for coming to my show. Thank them for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Um, he's saying, bless you all. Take care of each other. Love each other. Take care of each other. Okay. Um, all right. Thank you. And I always say, ask for a parting message when I guess I should do that here too. So I'll do that in the future. I'll ask for a parting message. Um, all right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Gina, for doing the moderating. I thank you so much. I think we got over 30 minutes this time, so that's good. That's good. We're growing. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you guys, and if you have ideas for who you'd like to hear from, please let me know. Just put it in the comments. And we have a list, and we just kind of, I feel like anybody that you guys are inspired to ask for is probably talking to you and telling you, I want to talk. Um, there hasn't been anybody that I've felt so far. I mean, I feel like they're picking us in a way. They're wanting to do this, or they're hoping to come in and tell their story or talk or have a message or get this out there. So, all right, everybody. So take care, and I will see you guys on Sunday. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.